Sonia Luna, CEO and founder of Aviva Spectrum, an internal audit and compliance consulting firm headquartered in sunny Los Angeles, California. I'm also a well-known speaker on topics like COSO'S new framework that was issued in 2013, SOX 404, quality assessment reviews, and internal auditing, and related topics. Today's interview is with Dan Swanson, president of Dan Swanson and Associates. Dan has over 30 years of experience in internal audit, information security, information systems, management consulting, and project management. Dan is a freelance writer and has published over 200 articles, and his most notable book, sold on Amazon, is Swanson on Internal Auditing, Raising the Bar. Welcome, Dan.
Well, thanks a lot for inviting me to speak today, and I'm really looking forward to it.
What was the inspiration for you to write your book, Swanson on Internal Auditing, Raising the Bar?
Well, I'm very passionate about internal audit for many years, probably 25 plus, and I sort of backed into the book itself. What happened was I started a monthly column for Compliance Week for about 3 years and wrote concise articles in regards to internal audit. Subsequent to that, I wrote a series of 6 IT audit guides on various IT topics, and then I took on a quarterly column with healthcare regarding internal audit for about 5-6 years. So after about 5 years worth of writing, a few people convinced me to take a look at writing the book, and I spent a year and a half consolidating everything, updating everything, and putting it all in one place, and published it in 2010.
Right. We did some research on the book, and it seems like a very good evergreen kind of book. In other words, there's some basic auditing principles that are shared in the book, and it's very comprehensive as well.
It's also useful for a variety of levels. I mean, it's written for the audit executive and audit manager for sure, but people getting into the profession, it's very informative. It covers a wide range of topics. It's focused on internal audit, IT audit, information security, and then just good practice information in general.
I wanted to switch gears a little bit on some priorities. People are looking to the new year, and I wanted to find out what are some of the key priorities in 2014 regarding IT auditing, and how do you think it impacts this transition period to the new COSO framework?
Well, that's a broad question. I think every year, at the beginning of the year, we look at priorities for the new year, and for any large organization, there's ongoing priorities that are year over year there every time, and then there's the emerging and new initiatives related to the investment. With the new COSO framework being introduced for organizations that are transitioning to that framework, there's the additional aspect of general controls, the new framework for COSO, and how the IT function is going to be supporting the CSOX program. As far as key priorities, I mean, it's very organizational specific. I'm not a strong proponent of lists. I think we need to keep track of what other people are saying, what some of the priorities are, and keep it to broad categories. And then within the organization, you have to work through what's relevant for your audit plan for your organization. I wrote up five key topics for my list for 2014. Large IT technology projects is at the top of the list for me. The ongoing investment in IT and bringing systems current and bringing technology current within organizations is a major priority and focus for most organizations. I have IT security as number 2. I think the ongoing challenge to protect our information, to keep our systems reliable and highly available, and that we don't get hacked, is a never-ending task, a never-ending challenge. And by auditing those program areas, internal audit can contribute to the organizational success. My third one was IT governance, and that's a broad topic and subject to definitional issues. But fundamentally, I'm talking about the IT plans, IT management of efforts, and the linkage to enterprise strategic directions. And so IT governance, from an audit standpoint, you'd have to, again, be organizational specific and determine how IT is being managed and governed, and then what's the most appropriate way to evaluate that area. And I think some of these are huge elephants, and within the course of 2014, we should have projects related to these broad topics. My fourth topic area was emerging technologies. And depending on the industry that you're involved with, emerging technologies may be your business or may be supporting improving your cost of operations, for example. And so emerging technologies, you need the IT audit specialist to look at those areas and contribute to our controls and changes in controls from the result of implementing technologies. BYOB comes to mind. The last area I had was IT general controls, and the evaluation of general controls on an ongoing basis typically are part of the COSO'S program. And with the COSO framework being adjusted, there is a little bit increased emphasis on technology and technology controls. And even though we're into year 9, year 10 in the sense of COSO'S program for many organizations, I think 2014 will be an opportune time to revisit the program, look at its priorities, look how IT general control evaluations can contribute to those representations, and as well to identify opportunities for improvement, efficiency of access management, for example. And then finally, in the sense of looking elsewhere for good information, I particularly like the annual productivity survey on IT audit priorities. It's generally a very comprehensive study and would present from a more bottom-up, what are the top 50 things you should consider, and definitely should be researched and reviewed.